Hello everyone. Welcome to this video learning series of AutoCAD. My name is Ipshit and I will be taking you through this amazing journey of learning AutoCAD in a simple and effective manner. I'm working as a CAD engineer with CAD Sim Technologies. I have more than 5 years of experience in CAD domain. I have worked on various consulting projects in CAD domain as well as building services. Before we start learning AutoCAD, let me brief you about CAD Sim Technologies. Incepted under the leadership of Professor Sham Tikku, who is a leading professor in mechanical department of Purdue University, USA. CAD Sim has been doing consulting and training work for various reputed companies across the globe. CAD Sim also publishes textbooks on various software packages and has published around 52 titles till now, which are used by industry professionals, universities, as well as individuals throughout the world. Now let me introduce you to the most widely used drafting package, AutoCAD. AutoCAD is a computer-aided 2D and 3D software drafting application. It is used by the architectural firms, engineering firms, graphic designers, fashion industry, electronics industry, and so on. Like it is used by mechanical industries for drafting the floor drawings, by architectural firms to create blueprints for buildings, by structural engineers to draft their designs for bridges, in electronics industry to design computer chips, and so on. With the introduction of 3D printing tools since 2017 in AutoCAD, it can also be used for prototyping models. What makes our video series different is that it covers basic as well as advanced features of AutoCAD. The tools are explained in a very simple and effective manner. And to lay more focus on concepts, working drawings have been used throughout this video series. To make things easy to understand for users, each tool explanation is followed by a practice example wherever required. If you have any queries about this course, feel free to write us at sales@cadsim.com. Each and every query of yours will be answered within a short span of time. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to this video learning series of AutoCAD. Today we are going to learn how to create a new drawing and how to open an existing drawing in AutoCAD. So let's see how to create a new drawing first. You can see we have this start drawing swatch here. If I click on it, a new drawing gets started. You can see a drawing with name drawing 4 is opened here. The other way to create a new drawing is using this application menu. If I click on it, we have this new option here. Click on this new option. You'll get this select template dialog box. If you want to draft 2D objects, then select this ACAD template from this list. Then hit the open button. You can see a new file with the name drawing 5 is opened here. Other way to create a new drawing is by using this new button here. Click on it. You'll again get this select template dialog box. You can follow the same procedure to create a new drawing. Now let us see how to open an existing drawing in AutoCAD. I'm going to save this drawing 5 by using the application menu. I'll click on this application menu button. Here we have this save as option. Click on it. You'll get this save drawing as dialog box. I will save this drawing to the desktop of my computer with the name drawing 5. I'll close this drawing. Now I want to open the drawing 5 which I just saved on the desktop of my computer. Here in the quick access toolbar, we have this open button. I'll click on it. I'll browse to the desktop, which is already selected here. Now here we have this drawing 5. I'll hit the open button after selecting it. So you can see drawing 5 is now open here. So this is how we create a new drawing and open existing drawings in AutoCAD. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to this video learning series of AutoCAD. So today we are going to get familiar with the user interface of AutoCAD 2020. As you can see, I have opened a new drawing file with the name Drawing 6. The tools in AutoCAD have been arranged in tabular form in the upper portion of the screen, and this portion is called the ribbon. Different tools are arranged in this ribbon under different tabs and panels as per their functionality. These are the tabs: the Home tab, Insert tab, Annotate tab, Parametric tab, and so on. Let me get back to the Home tab. Now, these are the panels: Draw panel, Modify panel, Annotation panel, Layers panel, and so on. So the tools are arranged in different panels of a particular tab. Like if we talk about the Line tool, it is available in the Draw panel of the Home tab. Similarly, if I want to locate the Dimension tool, for that I need to go to the Annotate tab. The Dimension tool is available in the Dimensions panel of the Annotate tab. Let me get back to the Home tab again. Now, AutoCAD is a tool-based as well as a command-based software. Suppose I have to access the Line tool. I can access it either from the Draw panel of the Home tab in the ribbon by simply clicking on it. As soon as I click on the Line tool, the command line shows that Line tool has been activated, as it instructs us to specify the first point for the line. So this shows that AutoCAD is a tool-based software. Let me press the Escape key to escape this tool. Like I said, AutoCAD is a command-based software also. So for a particular tool, we have a particular command alias. Command alias is a kind of shortcut for a particular tool. For Line tool, we have the command alias or shortcut as L. So type L in the command line. As you type L in the command line, you will find a flyout of tools, starting with alphabet L. You can choose any of the required tools from this flyout. In our case, we want to activate the Line tool, so we'll simply press Enter after typing L in the command line, and the Line tool will get activated. As you can see here in the command line, it is asking for the start point of the line. For your information, this is the command line here. We can turn off the command line by simply clicking on this close button. When I click on this close button, I'll get a warning message saying that, do you want to close the command line window? I'll click on the yes button. So the command line has gone from the screen. To redisplay it, what you'll do is simply press Ctrl+9 keys. So the command line will be redisplayed on the screen. Now you can see I opened a new drawing file and its name is getting displayed here. So these are the file tabs. The Start tab, the Drawing 6 tab, these are called the file tabs. We can control the visibility of file tabs. For that, we need to go to the View tab, and in the Interface panel, you'll find a toggle button with the name File tabs. Click on it. You can see that file tabs have vanished from the screen. Now to redisplay them, again click on this button and the file tabs are redisplayed here. Next thing you can see on the top left area of the screen are these in-canvas viewport controls. If I click on this area of the in-canvas viewport controls, a flyout will be displayed. Using the options in this flyout, we can control the viewport configurations. We can toggle on off the visibility of view cube, steering wheels, and navigation bar on the screen. Now, if I click on the top area of the in-canvas viewport controls, a flyout will be displayed, and using the options in this flyout, I can change the view of my drawing. Suppose I want to change the view of my drawing from top to front. So what I'll do is I'll choose the front option from this flyout. Next, if I click on 2D wireframe area of the in-canvas viewport controls, a flyout will be displayed again. And using the options in this flyout, we can change the visual style of a model. Next thing, this is the drawing area where we actually draw our sketches. And these lines, horizontal and vertical lines, are called the grid lines. You can toggle on off the visibility of grid lines by using the F7 key. So I turn the grid off by using the F7 key. I'll turn the grid lines on again by again pressing the F7 key. You can also control the visibility of grids by using the grid mode button, which is available here in the status bar. This strip at the bottom is the status bar. We have different buttons in the status bar which are used to control the workability of the software. Like if I want to draw only horizontal and vertical lines, I can choose the ortho mode button from the status bar. Likewise, if I want to draw lines which are horizontal, vertical or at any angle, I can choose the polar tracking button from the status bar. Now, next thing is this view cube. Using this view cube, you can again manage the views you want to work in. Like currently the view cube shows that we are in the top view. Suppose I want to shift to the front view. What I'll do is I'll simply click on this arrow and it will take me to the front view. I want to shift back to the top view. What I'll do is I'll click on this arrow and it will redirect me to the top view. At the top left area of the screen, we have this application menu. Click on it to display a flyout, and using the options in this flyout, we can start a new drawing, open an existing drawing, save files, import and export content, publish and print our drawings, and much more. Next to this application menu is the quick access toolbar. Again, it has the options to start a new drawing, open an existing drawing, save drawings. We can also customize this quick access toolbar by clicking on this down arrow. Suppose I want to display the workspace drop-down in the quick access toolbar. What I'll do is I'll simply select the workspace option from this flyout. Now you can see that the workspace drop-down is added to the quick access toolbar. You can also use the AutoCAD help by simply pressing the F1 key or clicking on this question mark icon here. As soon as you click on this question mark icon, the Autodesk AutoCAD 2020 help window appears. Now you can see this search box here. Suppose I want to know the working of line tool. So what I'll do is I'll type line in this search box and press enter. Next, I'll click on this line command thing. Now you can see all the relevant information about drawing a line is given. Hello and welcome to this video learning series of AutoCAD. Today we are going to learn how to set units in a drawing before we start working on it. In the previous video, you learned to set units while starting a drawing by using the startup dialog box. But if you are drawing sketch in an existing template or in a new template, you need to change the format of units for distance and angle measurements. To do so, go to the menu bar. Okay, we don't have the menu bar here, so I need to click on this down arrow in the quick access toolbar and then choose show menu bar option from this flyout. Now you can see that menu bar is displayed here. Now to set the units, I need to click on this format tab of menu bar and then choose units option from this flyout. You can see that as I choose the units option from the flyout, the drawing units dialog box is displayed. Let me close it. The other way to invoke this dialog box is using the application menu. So click on the application menu and then hover your cursor on the drawing utilities. Next, choose units option from this flyout. Again, the drawing units dialog box is displayed. I close it again. The third way to invoke this dialog box is using the command line. So type UN in the command line. UN is the command alias for units. So after typing UN in the command line, press enter. Again, the drawing units dialog box is there. Now let us discuss about the options available in the drawing units dialog box. The type drop-down list available in the length area of this dialog box allows you to select the desired format of units. You can select any of the formats from this drop-down list depending on your requirement. If you are an architect and you want to work in imperial units, you can select architectural option in this drop-down list. If you want to work in metric units, you can select the decimal option from this drop-down list. If you have some work related to engineering field, you can choose the engineering option. Next thing is this precision drop-down list. So when you start AutoCAD for the first time, by default, this precision drop-down list is set to 4 decimal places, like this. So what does this precision drop-down list do? This drop-down list sets the number of decimal places or fractional size displayed for linear measurements. So to get a better understanding of this precision drop-down list, let me draw a line of length, say 23.125 units. Keep in mind the precision is set to 4 decimal places in the dialog box currently. So I'll escape this dialog box by clicking on OK button. Now let me draw a line of length 23.125 units. So what I'll do is I'll type L in the command line and press enter. Now as you can see, the command line is asking me for the first point. So here's the first point. Now I'll draw a straight horizontal line measuring 23.125 units. So for that I will type 23.125 in the command line and then I'll press enter and escape once. So you can see a line of length 23.125 units has been drawn on the screen. Now if you remember, the precision in the drawing units dialog box for length was set to 4 decimal places. So if I measure this line using the distance tool, let us check what is the value. So to invoke the distance tool, you need to type DI in the command line and press enter. Now the command line says specify first point. So I'll select the start point of this line and the command line now asks for the second point. I'll select the end point of this line. Now if you can see, the distance value is 23.1250. And why is it so? Because the precision in the drawing units dialog box for length was set to 4 decimal places. Now let us invoke drawing units dialog box again. For that I'll again type UN in the command line and press enter. Let us change this precision to 2 decimal places and then choose OK from this dialog box. I'll again measure this line using the distance tool. So type DI in the command line and press enter. First point, this one. Second point, this one. Now you can see the distance value, it is showing as 23.13. So AutoCAD has rounded off the value, the actual value, to 2 decimal places. The actual value was 23.125 units. So it rounded off that value to 23.13. So this is the role of precision in drawing units dialog box. So let me invoke the drawing units dialog box again. UN, enter. Here is our dialog box. Next thing is this angle area. The type drop down list in this area is used to set the format for angle measurement. You can select any of the options from this drop-down list depending on your requirements. Different individuals might require to select different formats from this drop-down based on their requirements. The very commonly used format for angle measurement is decimal degrees, so I'll choose this. Again, we can set the precision for angle measurement using the precision drop-down list, very similar to the precision drop-down list available in the length area. You can see that the clockwise checkbox is not selected here. A very important thing before we proceed further, in AutoCAD, the angles are measured from the positive x-axis. I mean to say, the positive x-axis is taken as reference for angle measurements. If I choose this direction button, the direction control dialog box appears. And here in the base angle area, the east radio button is selected. It means the east direction has been taken as reference for angle measurements. And considering the four directions, east, west, north, south, the east direction coincides with the positive x-axis. So positive x-axis is taken as reference for angle measurements. So let me escape this dialog box by clicking on this OK button. Any angle values measured in anti-clockwise direction with respect to positive x-axis will be taken as positive values, and in clockwise direction will be taken as negative values. We can reverse this using this clockwise checkbox. By default, it is not selected, which means AutoCAD will consider anti-clockwise angle values as positive. If we select it, now AutoCAD will consider clockwise angle values as positive. Next thing is this insertion scale area. This area is used to set the units for inserted content like blocks and drawings. Suppose the block you want to insert in your current drawing was actually drawn using the metric units, and you want it to be inserted in imperial units. So what you can do is you can choose inches from this drop-down list. So now when you insert that block in your current drawing, it will be inserted with the measurement units as inches. You can also set the units for intensity of photometric lights in the current drawing by using this units for specifying the intensity of lighting drop-down list. You can choose international or American lighting units from this drop-down list. So after making all the necessary settings in this dialog box, choose the OK button to exit it. In this way, we can set the units in which we want to work before we actually start working on a drawing. I hope this video was helpful for you, and now you'll be able to set up your units before you start working on a drawing. So thanks for watching. Take care.